Good morning. I'm Vianne Reay, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the ministry tree that's outside the door in the narthex. This tree is a visual display of how generosity is growing here at Trinity. A week ago, I started with the roots made by quilts. These quilts were created by the quilters group that has been making and sending quilts around the world, wrapping hurting and lonely people in a tangible embrace of God's love for over 50 years. We wrapped our sons, Michael and Andy, in 2 of these quilts as they affirmed their faith. One of them reminds Michael of his church family as he's making his home in California. The trunk of this tree is built around a ladder that reminds me of the Esperanza mission trips, which help people build homes in Mexico. And around the ladder, prayer shawls are wrapped that are knitted by a group of people here at church to comfort those in distress. I was blessed by this ministry when I broke my leg and was in the hospital for a number of days. It was a comfort that helped me through the painful and lonely times and reminded me that God was there and He was with me. The branches that will grow next week from clothing that is donated to neighbors in need. It's where we as a family regularly donate clothing, and it reminds me of how that ministry helps to meet the needs of people where they are, treating them with dignity. The leaves and fruit will grow the following week and highlight, among other ministries, the Gardening for Neighbors ministry. My small part in helping at the beginning of the garden has grown through many people pitching in to plant, water, and tend the garden into a harvest of fresh vegetables for our neighbors. Over the past 2 years, I have joined with my siblings here in sharing my gifts. Before, I stayed in my comfort zone of playing music in worship in the back. However, in the past 2 years, I've stepped out and shared my art and have found ways that I can serve even with physical challenges. The result has been a deepening of relationships, a widening of perspectives, and the blessing of serving Jesus as I serve others. I encourage you to look for ways to join in the ministry that flows out from this place. Thank you.